Heroes and Scoundrels, The Image of the Journalist in Popular Culture by Matthew C. Ehrlich and Joe Saltzman. Popular culture provides unique insight into journalism. Hero and scoundrel, delightful and despicable, public servant and public menace. That is the image of the journalist that popular culture gives us. Pop culture routinely makes the press matter by showing good journalism saving the day and bad journalism wreaking pain and havoc. It suggests that in spite of formidable obstacles and occasional wrenching change, the press and its noblest ideals will somehow endure. Therein lies the unseen power of journalism's popular image, and that is why it is necessary that we continue to study and care about the image of the journalist in popular culture.
Don't let anyone ever tell you what to print. Don't take advantage of your free press. Use it judiciously for your profession and your country. The press is good or evil, according to the character of those who direct it.
Listen to me! Print that story, you're a dead man.
It's not just me anymore. You'd have to stop every newspaper in the country now, and you're not big enough for that job. People like you've tried it before, with bullets, prison, censorship. But as long as even one newspaper will print the truth, you're finished.
Hey! Hutchison? That noise, what's that racket?
That's the press, baby. The press. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing.
You mean be a traitor?
A traitor? A traitor to what?
Traitor to journalism. You're a journalist, Hildy.
A journalist? Now, what does that mean? Peeking through keyholes? Chasing after fire engines?
Waking people up in the middle of the night to ask them what they think of Mussolini.
And for what? So 1,000,000 shop girls and motormen's wives can get their jollies. And the next day, somebody wraps the front page around a dead mackerel.
Do you know what people use these for? They roll them up and they swat their puppies. For wetting on the rug, they spread them on the floor when they're painting the walls. They wrap fish in them. They shred them up and pack their 2-bit china in them when they move, or else they pile up in the garage until an inspector declares them a fire hazard. But this also happens to be a couple of more things. It's got print on it that tells stories that hundreds of good men all over the world have broken their backs to get.
And a newspaper's job is to tell the truth. I'm sick of walking a tightrope. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, just because it might be bad for business.
I want you to wake up in the night and see your own squashy, putrid little soul. I want you to know that every human being that works for you knows what a diseased hypocrite you are.
We take your money and we do your work because we're afraid to starve. Well, I'm not. I'm handing in my resignation right now.
I don't have all the answers. All I know is that I'm a newspaperman. And I've been one for 31 years, and that is all I know.
You know the results of the latest Gallup poll? Half the country never even heard of the word Watergate. Nobody gives a shit. You guys are probably pretty tired, right? Well, you should be. Go on home. Get a nice hot bath. Rest up 15 minutes. Then get your asses back in gear. We're under a lot of pressure, you know, and you put us there. Nothing's riding on this except the First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of the press, and maybe the future of the country. Not that any of that matters. But if you guys fuck up again, I'm going to get mad.
Well, a lot bigger names than you have asked us who Deep Throat is, so...
I don't think we'd revealed on a little tiny show like this one here.
You know what I think? I mean, I'm just going to come right out and say it. I don't think there is any such person as Deep Throat. I think y'all just made it up.
Yes, there is. Deep Throat.
Don't say it! He's trying to trick us! Let Metropolis know that Lane and Kit are the greatest writing team since, Woodward and Bernstein. And they can read about it in the Daily Planet.
On the other hand, I am the publisher of the Inquirer. As such, it's my duty, and I'll let you in on a little secret. It's also my pleasure to see to it that decent, hard-working people in this community aren't robbed blind by a pack of money-mad pirates just because they haven't anybody to look after their interests.
Hold the presses. This just in. By a curious quirk of fate, we have the perfect story with which to launch our satellite news network tonight. It seems a small crisis is brewing in the South China Seas. I want full newspaper coverage. I want magazine stories. I want books. I want films. I want TV. I want radio. I want us on the air 24 hours a day. This is our moment. And 1 billion people around this planet will watch it, hear it, and read about it from the Carver Media Group. There's no news like bad news.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking, and I can see a reporter who's about to tell me he has a hunch.
I've been checking on some things.
Do you know my opinion of reporters who have hunches?
I interviewed this witness who said he saw a gun. I don't think he saw a gun.
I can't fart loud enough to express my opinion.
I've been in this news game 40 years, man and boy. And I got where I am with guts, compassion, elbow grease, and something you're sadly lacking in, son.
Humility?
No, not humility. You got bags of humility. Aggression, confidence. That's the ticket.
In my day, you did what your editor told you to do, and you liked it. Those were the days.
You're not afraid of me, are you?
No.
Ah, too bad. You did some good reporting on this, so I'm going to do you a favor.
What?
I'm not going to embarrass you by printing this. Redo it.
Our job is to report the news, not to manufacture it.
Fuck you, Gus.
Nice.
We run what we got.
It's wrong.
Given the information we had at the time, the story's right.
Yeah, but it's not right. I got a cop, I got a quote. It's wrong.
Not for today, it's not. Tomorrow, it's wrong. We only have to be right for a day.
This shouldn't be semantics. This shouldn't be money. People will read this, Alicia, and they'll believe us.
We're the Sun. They'll take us with a grain of salt. We'll run yours tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow. Right fucking now, today.
Jesus Christ, don't you have any idea how much shit we're about to eat? Every competitor we ever took a shot at, they're gonna pounce, and they should. Because we blew it, Caitlin. He handed us fiction after fiction, and we printed them all as fact.
Where did you learn the newspaper business? Working for a newspaper, and not sitting with your nose in a book at some cockamamie university.
You switched those assignment slips, didn't you?
Well, I thought reporters always did things like that. At least they do in the movies. And besides, it says right in my textbook on journalism that a newspaper man or woman must stop at nothing to get news. And if she ever intends to impress the editor, she must be willing to do much more than just what the assignment calls for. So there.
Where are you from, my good woman?
I'm Hot News Marge of the Gazette.
What? A tabloid reporter?
Yeah.
No. You wait here.
Oh, but I want to go with you.
This rat hole is no place for a woman.
But I'm a newspaper man.
Well, you just sit quiet and maybe nobody will notice it.
Listen, you great, big, wonderful genius of a newspaper man. You came down here to shoot some life into this dying paper, didn't you? Well, the whole town's curious about John Doe, and boom, just like that, you're going to bury him. There's enough circulation in that man to start a shortage in the ink market.
And what man?
John Doe.
What John Doe?
John Doe, the one I made up.
Golly, Miss Lane, how come you get all the great stories?
A good reporter doesn't get great stories, Jimmy.
A good reporter
Makes them great.
Chief, here's that story, an East Side murder case. The way I see it, it's a banner headline, front page, with maybe my picture.
There's only one P in rapist.
Chief, I spent a week on the docks with rats and frizzed hair exposing the biggest gun smuggling ring to hit this town in 10 years, and what makes the front page? Some sprouty, new-age, granola-crunching fluff piece on angels. What's next? Interviews with Bigfoot?
It stinks. I mean, I don't know, I just came with a bad feeling. It feels...
Feels?
Bogus.
It feels?
Yeah.
I mean, are you being paid to investigate your feelings? I mean, just give me the facts, Janine.
People back home wouldn't buy a ring if they knew it cost someone else their hand. But I can't write that story until I get facts that can be verified, which is to say, until I find someone who will go on record. So if that is not you, and you're not really gonna help me, and we're not really gonna screw, then why don't you get the fuck out of my face?
I'm gonna be late to meet someone. Who? Like a date? A friend? Ah, the mysterious fuck buddy who you get all of your stories from? Lighten up. I was just teasing. Not that I would judge. We've all done it. I used to suck, screw, and jerk anything that moved just to get a story.
I mean, there's a lot of information in here, Heather, that is off the record.
You never said anything about off the record.
I presumed anything said while I was inside you was privileged.
Nick. If you wanted to talk on a plane or at a movie or over dinner, that would have been fine. But you wanted to fuck. That's fine by me.
Keeler, I want a retraction of that item.
You mean that little boost I gave you in today's column?
I mean this cheap attack you made against a friend of mine.
Why, Bob, that's publicity. I usually get a little something for that kind of stuff.
That's okay with me. All right, Keeler, put that in your column.
You see, I've been reading your chatter for a long time, and I think everything that you write is great.
Oh, thanks.
Do you ever read my stuff?
Yes?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about, honest now. Just what do you think of it?
Well, now that you ask me, I'd put it in about the same class as collecting garbage.
A press agent eats a columnist dirt and is expected to call it manna.
But don't you help columnists by furnishing them with items?
Sure. A columnist can't do without us, except our good and great friend JJ forgets to mention that. You see, we furnish him with items.
What, some cheap, gruesome gags?
You print them, don't you?
Yes, with your clients' names attached. That's the only reason the poor slobs pay you, to see their names in my column all over the world. Now I make it out you're doing me a favor?
I didn't say
The day I can't get along without a press agent's handouts, I'll close up shop and move to Alaska lock, stock, and barrel.
And then we both grab for the gun. And get that straight, we both grab for it. And then?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun, oh yes, they both reach for the gun, for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both reach for the gun, 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 the gun.
Thought of that.
Just ignore the quill. Because you're no ordinary boy of 12, are you?
14.
The story's legend. Do you think it was the trauma of your past that made you so keen to enter such a dangerous tournament?
No, I didn't enter.
Of course you didn't. Everyone loves a rebel, Harry. Scratch that last.
You mind you kissed in the shadow? Hey, kid, put the hat in there.
Huh?
His hat, stick it in. People like to see the dead guy's hat. Thanks. Thanks, boys.
You gotta get close, Rich, to get the truth. You get too close, you die.
You fuck! You fuck!
You don't belong in newspaper business.
But anyway, I am the newspaper business. I'm news. I disappear for a week and all America boils. Millions of people out there waiting for me, praying for me. I'm humble at the very thought of it. But putting weight, I'm the only color in the lives of the masses. I'm a public benefactor.
You're a public enemy. You're a fake and a fraud. And if I can ever expose you, I will.
It's death coming to London. Yes, they're coming here now. You can hear the bombs falling on the streets and the homes. Don't tune me out. Hang on a while. This is a big story, and you're part of it. It's too late to do anything here now except stand in the dark and let them come. It's as if the lights were all out everywhere, except in America. Keep those lights burning. Cover them with steel. Ring them with guns. Build a canopy of battleships and bombing planes around them. Hello, America. Hang on to your lights. They're the only lights left in the world.
What's in it? Oh, nothing much. You just won the Pulitzer Prize, that's all.
Well, I'll be darned. I regret to inform you, Mr. Pyle, you are no longer a newspaper man. You are now a distinguished journalist.
Because I wanted to do what I could so the people back home would know a little better what war is about. I'm making no dough, Captain Nelson. And I may wind up with a bullet through my typewriter. I know it isn't easy. I didn't come out here expecting it to be easy. Then you're not fighting this war from behind a desk, are you? No. Well, I'm not writing it from behind one either.
What are you going to say in that newspaper of yours? If I say what I feel, I may be out of it, John. He'll always give you one. Probably do you more good with a typewriter.
I have never thought of myself as a correspondent. I am just a reporter. I offer no point of view, I take no action, I don't get involved. I just report what I see.
But you must have an opinion.
Even an opinion is a form of action.
I know, I'm sacrilegious, but being that close to death, being that alive, it's completely addictive. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they are lying.
This room is littered with newspaper reporters. And as usual, they are very, very glad to have me with them. You may be able to read their stories within, 2 days after this broadcast.
I believe that in our fast-moving computer age, it is the medium of television that joins together the global community. And it is the television journalist who serves as messenger, bringing the world into our homes and our homes into the world. It has always been my dream to become such a messenger.
None of you experts thought to check the teleprompter to see if my pages were in order. Why not? I'll tell you why not, because you're nothing but stupid, lazy, inconsiderate morons who shouldn't be hired on a bench. None of you! This is serious primetime news, folks. Serious journalism.
It's getting close.
You don't understand
10,
that yet, then it's
9,
wrong damn
8.
business.
Can she pull out of it? Jessica, coming up from commercial in 5, 4, 3.
In Scandinavia.
What a feeling having you inside my head.
Yeah, it was an unusual place to be.
It's like indescribable. You knew just when to feed me the next line. You knew the second before I needed it. There was like a rhythm we got into. It was like great sex.
You know what? You got spunk.
Well,
I hate spunk.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop that.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop that.
Hey, this time I mean it.
Hey, this time I mean it.
Knock it off!
Knock it off!
Hey, you're hurting my friend!
Oh, I knew we should have gotten Barbara Walters.
I'm a respected journalist!
Let me remind you about something, Murphy. This is a job, not make-believe. We're not doing the Mary Tyler Moore show here. There's no audience laughing at every cute little thing you say. This is the real world. So when I tell you you're doing a story, you don't just say, "Oh, Mr. Grant, I don't want to." You do it.
All you pink-nosed little snow bunnies. Mary, can't you see I'm doing the news? Read it. All right.
Out loud!
Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy. Chamkine Sports. Rick Tamlin Weather. And your reporter in the field, Brian Fantana. It's Channel 4 News at 6 o'clock.
Safe abortions have always been available to the rich, Dan. You simply want to deny them to the poor, and if you succeed, poor women will be forced to get them anyway. They'll be forced back into the alleys with hangers, plungers, and vacuum cleaners, risking death or mutilation. But you'd like that, wouldn't you, Dan, you sadistic, elitist, sexist, racist, anti-humanist pig?
Jane, you ignorant, misguided slut.
Now to Kermit the Frog with another fast-breaking news story.
Is this microphone on? Hi all, this is Kermit the Frog of Sesame Street News, and today I am standing at the base of the tower where the Princess Rapunzel is being held prisoner by the Wicked Witch.
Well, Hurricane Norman is beginning to pound Quahog. We now go live to Asian reporter Trisha Takanawa for a look at how locals are dealing with the imminent disaster. Trisha?
Diane, I'm hearing.
Thank you, Trisha.
This is Media Break. You give us 3 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
Mike! Try Mr. Wallace. We work in the same corporation doesn't mean we work in the same profession. Now, what are you going to do now? You're going to finesse me, lawyer me some more? I've been in this profession 50 fucking years. You and the people you work for are destroying the most respected, the highest rated, the most profitable show on this network.
We're in show business, baby. Make them laugh, make them cry, make them buy, buy and buy.
And what does winning look like to you?
Reclaiming the Fourth Estate. Reclaiming journalism as an honorable profession. A nightly newscast that informs a debate worthy of a great nation. Civility, respect, and a return to what's important. The death of bitchiness, the death of gossip and voyeurism. Speaking truth to stupid. No demographic sweet spot, a place where we all come together.
This thing, this box you're watching me on, it's just an appliance, really. But unlike any other in your home or in history. It can bring laughter and learning, but sometimes it can move so fast that the commitment to truth can be compromised in the race for the ratings. We have to ensure that the truth, the whole truth, will always be part of our process.
But I get tired of this constant stomachache every time you do a controversial subject.
It's the price you have to pay, Bill. Goes with the job.
This instrument can teach. It can illuminate. Damn it, it can inspire.
But it can do so only to the extent that humans are determined to use it towards those ends. Otherwise, it is merely wires and lights in a box. Good night, and good luck.